today we continue our series about art block. And in this video we're going to talk about how you can figure out what the cause is for your art block. Because if you know what the cause is, it's easier to find a solution. Welcome back to Pencils and Stories. My name is Henrike and I make and teach comics. I hope you are well in this weird time. I hope I can provide you with some information, just, help you keep focused on art, keep focused on doing what you love. I know it's really easy right now I think art block is actually going to be a bigger problem because we are all a little bit stressed and we are anxious. First, some words of encouragement. Just try and not overwhelm yourself. It can be very easy to, in this period when you need to stay at home, to put all this pressure on yourself to make a personal project or finally start that comic or that kind of stuff. Do what you really want to be doing, and if that's hard for you, dealing with having to set your own schedule and having to motivate yourself and stuff like that. I know for me, for example, I work way better when I'm out of the door. Like I will just go sit in a cafe, order something to drink and just work for a few hours. I cannot do that right now because I need to be at home. My whole routine is basically messed up, and that can be hard. So I just want to encourage you to not put an enormous amount of pressure on yourself. Like, I have all this free time now is when I need to be doing it. This is not gonna help you. The more you know yourself in these areas, the more you know how you can keep yourself relaxed, keep yourself focused. Some people just need a ton of time and just go all in. Other people just work for 1 hour every day and it's all fine. So I wanted to start off with that encouragement, and let's dive into the video. So as you know, I recorded 2 videos before. One was about what I think art block is and what I think it isn't. And I wanted to, in that video, take some of the unhelpful stuff that I see online and kind of flip it around and make you look at it in a different way. And the second video was about my story with art block, how I got art blocked, and it took years for me to get out of it. I was art blocked for 6 years. You can watch both videos. The links are in the description below. And today we're going to dive into the practicalities of figuring out what the cause is for your art block if you're currently in art block. Your art block can be long, can be short. It doesn't really matter. What matters is figuring out what's holding you back. And like I said in the first video in the series, was that I think usually art block comes from 2 things. It either comes from overwhelm or it comes from fear. And those 2 are very tightly connected. And this exercise might be hard to do because it requires an honest look at your life, at how you do things, about your habits, but also what you need in order to be most creative. And what you need might be something completely different from what somebody else needs. I recommend trying out multiple things. It's what I did as well. Like, I really needed to figure out how I work well and how I can see a big project through on my own. And that's tough to do, but it's 100% possible. And I really hope you can find a way that works for you. The best way to figure out the cause of your art block is to stare it in the face and ask it a ton of questions. Make sure you don't judge yourself in this process and be honest. It might take some digging, it might take some thinking over a few weeks, actually. Like, for example, I mentioned in my story art block that it took me a while to figure out why I was art blocked, because I was so focused on the fact that I couldn't make art. I was blaming myself. I had thoughts of like, you have all this time, why are you not doing it? And those are not the questions I'm talking about. Those questions are actually not helping. What I'm talking about are questions that will get you below the surface of your art block. I'm going to use some examples because that makes it easier for me to talk about what kind of questions you can ask. Obviously, the questions are things like, why? Why am I afraid? Why am I overwhelmed? Why am I unable to sit down after work and work? And you might need to ask a few questions multiple times to really get to the bottom of it. For example, if you have a busy day job, you come home from work, you have dinner, you maybe have some family time or whatever, but you have around an hour every day to work on your art, but it's really hard for you to work on that art. Something you can ask yourself, like, Obviously, the obvious answer, like why am I not able to do art in that 1 hour, is I am tired. Because yes, you will be tired after a day of work. If you truly believe that your art is eventually gonna give you energy and it really feels like a hobby for you and you actually love doing it, there might be something else going on. So another question you can ask Dan is like, but if I have an hour every day and making comics and making artwork gives me a lot of energy, then why am I unable to devote that hour? Why am I too tired for art? You know, there's often some surface stuff going on. You're not happy, you're not creatively fulfilled. So that's not really the reason. Being tired is a good reason, because being creative is mentally taxing. But there's some things that you can do that actually makes the idea of having to sit down and work on your comic less intimidating, because oftentimes being mentally tired is a sort of intimidation, especially if you use the artwork and the comic as something that gives you energy and fulfills you creatively. Being tired can actually mean being overwhelmed. So if you say something like, I'm tired of, I'd rather sit in front of television, ask yourself why. Again, usually it's like, I really don't feel like doing art. That's a very big art block thing, is sitting down and like, oh, I really don't feel like doing art. And that's a different thing than being too tired to do art. Because if you're really too tired to do art, then stop all the pressure, go relax. You know, you need to relax as well. But if it's like day in, day out, if you still keep saying, well, I'm so tired, but oh, you're actually not so tired that you cannot do art anymore, then something else is going on. So if you say like, well, I'm overwhelmed, you can ask why. And that's where you get to the good stuff of like, I'm so overwhelmed, because you might actually make your expectations too high. It's usually your expectations being too high. You might actually, if you're too tired and overwhelmed to work on your art, you probably make your project too big. So the question of, I'm super intimidated, ask yourself why. Why am I so intimidated? And really get into it. It might just be like, I need to pencil an entire page. If that freaks you out, then you need to make the page smaller. Don't look at what anybody else is doing. Yes, some people can, thumbnail 10 pages in an hour. It doesn't matter. What matters is what you are able to do and what the smallest step is, so you don't overwhelm yourself. Don't beat yourself up. It's no use to beat yourself up. But get to the core of what is going on and find a solution for that. I'm going to talk about solutions in the next video, because that in itself requires an entire video, because there's so many different solutions for different kind of artists. I have heard about a lot of struggles over the years from all of you, and there's very different kinds of solutions. So that's going to be an entirely different video. You ask yourself the questions as a friend would do. Like, don't judge yourself, but as a friend, ask the questions to kind of figure out what is going on. Let's go to the fear part. There can be so many different fears when it comes to making comics, or when it comes to making your own art. Art is so personal, so there's usually some mental stuff going on, just because it's so personal, and it's sometimes really scary to put yourself out there. You might actually self-sabotage because you are afraid to put yourself out there. But it's a very deep reason. Might not have to be that deep. When you're afraid of doing your project, a lot of people will have an idea for a story. They will write on it sometimes. They will design characters. They will design their worlds and stuff. But then you ask them like, ooh, are you gonna make a comic? They're like, yeah, I want to. And then 5 years later, they still want to. This is not a diss on anybody who has that. I know a ton of people do this, and that used to be me. So don't take this the wrong way, but that is what happens to a lot of people. And usually there's a fear, and that's the fear of the stuff you put out being imperfect. That is the cause of a lot of you people's art blocks. Perfectionism really is such a big enemy, and I use that word not lightly. It can be really devastating, and can really halt your progress as an artist. It can halt your projects. Perfectionism is really hard. It is fear-based because usually you have this idea for a comic in your head. You have characters that you love and you want to do them justice. You want to make a really cool world that brings your audience in and makes them go, oh my goodness, this is so cool, you know? But you also feel that you are lacking in skill. And that's when people keep writing, keep drawing, keep drawing, keep writing, and maybe do some tutorials, do some courses, but they don't make their project because the project is perfect and safe as long as you don't work on it. But it will never get done if you don't start. And starting is very hard because you're gonna run into your imperfections. You're gonna run into issues that you need to be solving. And that is a thing of like, I know I'm getting to solutions. I'm really trying not to go into that right now. But I'm gonna talk about perfectionism in the next video because it's very important. About asking yourself questions to figure this out. Because usually you might not know that you're afraid. For a long time, I did not know fear was the problem. I thought motivation was my problem. I thought energy was my problem. I thought skill was my problem. I saw it more in the direction of I'm just not motivated enough. While it was fear. So when you ask yourself these questions, be mindful of the fears that are in there. For example, the person who has the day job and is tired in the evening, there can be fears in that scenario as well. They might actually be afraid to work and get nothing done in the hour because an hour feels like a short time. You can get a lot of stuff done in an hour, but it feels like a really short time and you put all this pressure on yourself to produce results in that hour. There might be a fear underneath there that you're not getting results. The solution to that is actually not to become super productive. The solution to that is don't have those high expectations of yourself. Don't expect to make a masterpiece in an hour. Just expect to make a little bit of progress every single day, and then eventually you're gonna get the result. So it's a lot of the times is adjusting your expectations. But when it comes to fear, let's say you're one of those people who wants to start that comic and has been trying to start it for the last few years and it just doesn't work. Well, again, why haven't you done it yet? And again, don't judge yourself, but like, why haven't you done it yet? And usually there will be kind of reasons like, well, other things got in the way, or, you know, I'm waiting to get better at writing, or, you know, I'm still fleshing out the characters. And then you ask yourself, but why has that stopped you from working on your comic? Why are you keeping yourself busy with that stuff while you could start making pages literally today? So why would that stop you? Why would that stop you? Just ask yourself. Not being able to write a good story, why would it stop you from doing a few test comics? From doing a few comics that are 3 pages long? Well, I'm not ready yet. Why are you not ready yet? Why do you feel you are not ready yet? Well, I lack drawing skills. I lack writing skills. And that's very practical, but not because now you can work on those things. If the why question doesn't work, you can ask yourself what questions. What do I need? What would I need right now for me to start this comic? Ask yourself questions of what, where. Maybe you don't, like, for me, I work best when I'm outside. So the why, the where, the who. Do you surround yourself with supportive people? And then there's how. You can even ask yourself, how is what I'm doing right now helping me? Or how would I feel if I would do it? You know, to try to just fling a lot of questions at it and keep kind of poking without judgment, keep poking and have conversations with friends. I found this really, really helpful, and especially apparently people who don't know anything about art. So keep going, keep pushing, keep talking about it, keep journaling, keep writing, make a collage. I don't know, just go ahead and dive into this. Like, don't make it this whole psychological analysis, but, you know, ask the questions, and eventually you are going to end up with an answer as long as you stay honest. It's okay to not know things. It's okay to not have the skills. It's okay and really healthy, I think, to see where you are lacking, even if it's things like self-confidence or, fear of failure. Those are good things to know, because then you know what to pay attention to. There's no right or wrong answers. There's no one-cut solution for everybody. You need to figure this out. But if you want to have some help, then please go into the comments and just post where you're at, and maybe other people can help you, ask you the right questions. I know I will be reading the comments, so leave a comment below. Also, and this is new, I started a Facebook group that goes with this YouTube channel. It is specifically for people who want to make comics. Find it on Facebook. If you put in the search bar Pencils and Stories, you can also find the link in the description below. It's way easier. So go there and connect. You can also subscribe to my email list for weekly inspiration. I send out a weekly email with resources I find and all of that good stuff. And you would get my new free bonus when you do that, my new reward, which is my comic quick tips. It's 10 tips that will help you instantly improve your comic. So go to the description and sign up. I would love to have you on my email list and send you all the resources and, updates and news that I can. Speaking of resources, I have been working on a very big resource list. That's the last new update. I've been very busy lately. That's the last new update I wanted to give you in this video. I have made a resource list of all the stuff like books, articles, videos, courses that helped me out of my art block and helped me create comics. It's on my website, pencilsandstories.com/resources, and that link is also in the description below. So I got all new kinds of stuff for you. I would really appreciate it if you could check it out. I lost all of my work due to the social distancing measures. Ever thought about, buying something from my store or signing up for my email list, I would really, really appreciate it. It would really help me. If you liked this video, it also really helps me to give it a thumbs up so I know that you liked it and I know to make more videos like these. Also share it with a friend if you know that they're maybe sitting at home and they can use some motivation to start working on their own projects, or if they're just really interested in stuff like this, then I would appreciate it if you send them the link to this video. If you like making comics, if you want to be making comics, then subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I will see you in the next video when we will talk about solutions. Stay tuned.